One of the first things that we need to do when we want to find a topic or a main idea is to read the paragraph in its entirety. So one of the first things that we need to do after we finish reading is to go through and to identify all of these similar words in the paragraph. You can see that I've already done this here. I have circled in blue anything related to governments or to types of governments like democracy. So we have government, democracy, governments, government officials, laws, and so on. You'll also notice here these green boxes. These boxes are related to people and to the rights of people. So we have social justice, which is the belief that everyone should be able to have like equal economics and equal rights under the law. And then here we have strengthening human rights. So making sure that those human rights are made even stronger than they are now and also preserved. So to pick out the topic, we want to write down some of the keywords here. And we know that we are talking about governments. And we are also talking about improving quality of governments. And we want to spread democracy, and we want to also hold government officials accountable. This sounds like not bad government, but a good type of government for the people. So we want governments, we can say good, fair, so good to people and fair in terms of treating people according to the law or making laws good for people. And we are also talking here about people's rights. I'm going to go ahead and put some commas between here. Fair and people's rights. Now remember that a topic is not a complete sentence, but it does include all of the related words that you see here in this paragraph. So we're achieving goals, so we want to achieve these goals. So maybe we can say here, making sure governments are good and fair. Oh, let me spell that correctly, sorry about that. And respecting people's rights. This may be an example here of the topic. You may get something a little bit different, but you want to make sure that you have these keywords here. Governments, something about them being good to people, and then they are also respecting, not infringing, not hurting those people's rights. Now remember, when we talk about main ideas are a little bit different. They are complete sentences, but they include the topic. So if you remember our example from the class, a main idea is the topic plus some sort of controlling idea. So we can use this topic here. Making sure governments are good and fair and respecting people's rights. Now, this is not a complete sentence again, but what are we talking about here with this making sure governments are good and fair? Is this something that people want? Is this something that we're demanding? Or is this information coming from somewhere? Well, we can see up here at the beginning, we are talking about aspiration 3. So instead of throwing in maybe some random information, we can maybe say aspiration 3 is about, or maybe it focuses on making sure. So here we have aspiration 3, our subject, is about, or aspiration 3 focuses on, these are our verb options, on making sure governments are good and fair and respecting people's rights. Now the last and most important thing that we need to do to make this a complete sentence, make sure that you add your period.